if you arrest you for this country for anything,
yes,
you understand? Anything, you know who ID card, you hold ID card, they take your phone check.
Mr. Bia and the people, they try for pretend, say, time where SDF ask for federalism, they give decentralization when are the same thing, no be the same thing.
No, not the same.
Federalism, they enshrine inside constitution.
I mean, if you take me go long me now, 45 minutes after you come home, you'll give them money.
Well, I know do that one.
No, that's just example. Yeah, just example. People they only do human rights, especially now when they know they for power. Then when they go for power, they forget.
They become the problem.
Yeah, you understand. I mean, if you did for Southwest and Northwest in particular,
yes,
you know, that's violation of privacy. Privacy not there.
You want come here go Bamenda, they don't ask you document they like 20 times for road, but still insecurity they increase. Where they show say they need to do the work where they're supposed to do. So instead of all follow chief people there for village and for quarter, they day for road they find the money. So I salute all man today. Today I be very privileged for welcome Barrister Agbor Balla. My friend, more than a friend, my brother. We don't get plenty struggle them together, including inside football. And today we will talk about we problems them in pidgin. So now the first podcast this will do in pidgin because we really want make everybody be able for follow what we talk. May they not go interpret what we talk. I wanna know say this podcast Osih for the people. Now on a podcast. So now why that would break them down so that may all man be satisfied.
I be lawyer. Agbor Balla, Nkongo. I be lawyer where I boya. I get some organization where I be president. They call them Center for Human Rights and Democracy for Africa, where we try for promote and protect human rights. I be human rights lawyer. I be activist. I like for fight for people their interests. I like for support and protect people. I be football person. I like football. And just some person where want make this country go forward.
I mean, you did for football, you did for plenty other things the way if you bring them in.
Okay.
So generally, I just forget the conversation on your ideas, what you think, also you think say Cameroon get to go, what you think, say you feel, talk, say of things where they need to work and so on. So maybe we'll just start for place where one of your human rights, where you did it now, you be a very good lawyer, people that know, all man know that one, absolutely no doubt. Maybe even more so, human rights activist and human rights defender. So maybe, I mean, if you just talk about the things the way you think they need to go on fine, or, I mean, help me, because the conversation will get them. Me, I want to take over power. I need for talk with people that like you.
Yeah.
Where they tell me, Joshua, if you take over power, and I think this way you get to do. Now so I did see this one. Now the thing this way no correct. Now for you, you get to be careful. And if we do, I'm so things that go be better tomorrow.
Yeah.
So now just the kind of discussion that we'll get to just open discussion, we'll get them around that one. So maybe we'll start with human rights and law and so on. And it will lead with to wherever it leads us.
Things, Okay. Yeah, Master, thank you for inviting me on. I never do this kind of thing. You know, say pidgin a language where we claim so a bit talk and be a bit difficult to talk when time reach for talk. Yeah, you know, for man like you, where you be leader for a major political party and where you aspire for rule this country, some problem there where you get to address the problem of human rights. Because the thing I say, people they only do human rights, especially now when they know they for power. Then when they go for power, they forget.
They become the problem.
Yeah, but they forget say whether you there for power, you know there for power. The human rights be very important.
Yes.
We don't see people wait till they be there for power. Strong ministers, they don't be care about fair hearing.
Yes.
They don't be care about prison condition.
As soon as they take down lockdown, now they start crying.
They start talk about fair hearing and prison condition. So it be very important.
We even get some people that when they be their government, where they be tell we for Supreme Court, say would they overcry. Then that way they now come meet up with opposition. They see that will cry. They start crying past
recess. Yeah. So that one a problem then because that rights and we will not get to only look about we. We'll put the country.
Yes.
Because now rights and we they be national. I want to try to put our Cameroon context.
Yes,
say human rights be universal.
Yes.
So much say it be national. We it concern everybody. You know if you pick and choose, you understand? You know if you divide them, say this one, I will respect this one I no go respect that. But if you look today waiting it happened for Cameroon in particular, you know, so right the way they always over no respect them. Right to freedom of assembly.
Yes.
You understand? You know, the heavy-handedness, especially for that minister of territorial administration, and we don't pass them for a deal them. You don't even know when people feel ask for whole meeting, when they feel accept or when they not feel accept. All kind of meeting, whether a political party meeting, any kind of meeting.
Any kind of meeting, yes.
So people know.
Now, if you don't go down even for church them.
Yes, people not feel freely meet. And when people not feel freely meet for discuss the way concern them, you end up make the people make they start thinking about bad thing. Because most of that meeting and people want just discuss all of them, where they call them, they want to move country forward. You feel there for your own side, you look differently. You understand? Because you think so you're there for government, but that people then too, all they like Cameroon, all they are Cameroonians, all they like Cameroon, and then also freedom of expression. You understand? Now another right that way they over violate them. But come on, man. Arbitrary arrest and unlawful detention. If you arrest you for this country for anything,
yes,
you understand? Anything, you know who ID card, you hold ID card. They take your phone check, say some man send you message, you not delete the message. They start accuse you of terrorism. There wasn't people the other day for Southwest and Northwest. As me and you talk this morning, so they call me, say some picking the way they stay from our Katide for Bonduma. They come broke their door. Say police, they say because 11 February they come, they knock the door open and they broke them. They take their mobile phone there. No search warrant, nothing. And then they don't terrorize population where people they fear.
Exactly.
No man of it do anything. You understand? I mean, if you did for Southwest and Northwest in particular,
yes,
you know, that's violation of privacy. Privacy not there. They stop your motor. They say, you get your phone. They check your WhatsApp group where you did it. They see message where someone send them for you. You know how they put people for group? How when I did for group 400?
Exactly.
The message somebody, you get problem.
Exactly.
You understand? They must carry you, go for gendarmerie or for police. Then they get to extort you. Because say now it is like now business.
Exactly.
They must take money for them. Whether you know, they lock you, they say bail is free, you must give money for come on. So now some small thing in that way, now to say law say bail is free. But in practice, bail not they free.
Exactly.
No man not the good day come out where you not spend money. No, you must pay.
Exactly.
I mean, if you take me go long me now, 45 minutes after you come move me, you'll give them money.
Well, I know do that one.
But that's just example. Then just example, you'll give them money. Then worst of all, people where they catch them, picking the way they say they lose coming, or one day they say they get message where it be linked to the Anglophone crisis or their phone. That one are different because
but the problem self na say no Cameroonian no day inside this Cameroon and abroad. We no get at least one message linked to which way they happen for Northwest and Southwest.
Yeah, when they tell you say they will take you go Yaoundé. When they tell you say they will take you go Yaoundé, who they when they fear Yaoundé?
Oh man.
Because the fear for Yaoundé in the beginning of wisdom. Immediately they tell you, say that they take you go Yaoundé. Now a way for getting to your mind, any way they ask you, they give them. Because people don't go play for Yaoundé, they not come back. And then the cost. So you calculate, say, okay, if you only get to go Yaoundé, any way they ask you for here, if you ever reach Yaoundé, the thing go triple. So most people, reluctantly, they don't have a choice. You see. But not true to say, not be only, I mean, violation to now, because of crisis, not be only government or not be only military. Because the other people and too, the so-called Amber boys, and too, they commit lots of human rights violations. They torture people, you understand, they cut cut people their hand them, they bully, they go picking them, you understand? So then too, they do things that way. But the problem too, I say, if you come for power, the government get to try, because government get a role for protect the civilian population and their property.
Yes.
So you got to try to make sure, say, you put laws them way, they get to respect them. Because we get the laws, but we respect the laws in our disrespect of the laws. You get to make sure, say, it get to be in a training where it concern everybody. Holistic kind of training. Gendarmes, police, the B, the Semil, they get to be trained. Because Semil get role for play for society. But in the play that role finally for the common man. They lock people for they do things the way they within their domain or their jurisdiction. So they get to train them. Even the gendarmes and the police, they get to we get to day for a situation where, like the American, they kind of Miranda rights. Where immediately they arrest you, they get to read their rights. So you be right to get a lawyer of your choice, and anything you say can be used against. They don't care. At times they say they catch man. They say if you call lawyer, I get small man with.
At times they catch you when you call your lawyer, they lock the lawyer too.
I get small man where don't steal me where they catch you, where they only the thing they telling I say, may not tell me. Because say if he tell me, a problem will increase. Because say the one negotiate would see. They don't say if he tell me, I'll deny me and not give money. You understand? So gendarmes, the time we did detain people, you go for day, you meet somebody, don't be 6 months, 1 year, they never carry you go court. Then when they carry you go court, they can't talk say the charge will be that say, not be whole ID. So it will raise self more than the time we be they will release it. No compensation. The man they only glad say they don't release it. You don't even get time. But for you too, you get to try for make sure say you strengthen and enforce the Cameroon Human Rights Commission. Because now body that way government create them for help. For help government and for help the citizen. But Cameroon Human Rights Commission, the way they behave, they're like political party. They're not that different from the ruling party. In short, they just work that for them. I never ever hear for the last, whether not 4 or 5 years, where they ever talk say government do something we're not correct. Gabu happen, they not talk anything. They instead spend their time now for blame human rights activists and advocates and way they bring out the ills of waiting.
But the representative for Southwest be do a very good action when he be come out that campaign where he be launch against this thing where they go inside people their phones them.
Oh no, you see, that commission generally, but not specifically. I don't work with the one for Southwest and the one for Northwest. I know the two of them. They do an amazing job. And wait, I be happy that say it give me hope for Cameroon. In the sense say, not be everybody where they work for a government created institution be bad person. Not be everybody lazy. Not be everybody be corrupt. Say people they way they do their work. And I go Tambetiku in particular. I mean, you don't see how Tambe don't stand against gendarmes. Exactly. It don't stand against the violation of people their privacy. Exactly. It don't fight for picking them, especially picking them around. May they not arrest them, may they not arbitrarily arrest them and unlawfully detain them. If we get 5 of Tambetikus with that commission, things will change. Things would change tremendously. And then the way they work with civil society, it be immense. I mean, the young guy for Bamenda, he's doing a lot because I don't do training with them. We don't Cambodia. We do training on documentation and from human rights violations, how you monitor report. We don't do so under Bamenda. So there are people who are willing to work. I just think that the commission has to empower them. The commission get to really empower them. And when you become president, you get to make sure, say, that commission get to be independent commission.
Yes.
You don't get to get a party member, man, where all the statement they show say it is no. Because even for credibility for the commission, for in the eyes of the international community, you need somebody where being I don't work with Kenyan Commission. I'm telling you, you don't feel compare them. They be truly independent.
Yeah.
And at the end of the day, now the common man the benefit.
Exactly.
And then they give credibility because the state feel knock each other for some place. We not they criticize we. Now man this way they had the commission. Not be this man too used to talk say we not do things because wait to be role for encourage the state for create an enabling environment, human rights be respected. So you know need for be like activism, you don't need for insult state. But if he urge the state, if he encourage the state, push the state.
2025 is approaching and your voice matters. Visit your nearest Elecam registration center to register to vote or to change your polling station if you have moved from where you initially registered. Don't let others decide your future. Your voter's card is your power for change. Register now.
When state there for, I don't see justification why you feel get people where they in detention, for example, in connection of the Anglophone crisis. Human Rights Commission over go visit them to understand their condition of, you understand?
Exactly.
Even the leader, when a big man, if he go there. That's some way then today will be help for calm down and pacify people.
Exactly.
So, you know, I mean, other things indeed, because things are human rights cut across, you understand? I mean, definitely having civic rights for vote, that part of it. Yes. So you also get to ensure, say, people, their votes, they be protected.
Exactly.
Votes be counted, meaning that they get to be an overhaul of the electoral body. They get to reform and make sure that there are people where they be truly independent. Because you get to serve like Cameroon.
Exactly.
Not be some particular man. Because all we did so we go die go. This country go remain. But when they put them for serve some people, when they make the law, they like close where they swam for you, may fit now only you. You know it work. A country of 28 to 30 million people, not be one man.
Exactly.
So now things in that way, they get to change that because when people feel say they not get any other option, they start think the bad things they for do. But when people know say rights they be respected, when people know say they not just can't catch you for your house, go lock you, people will respect the courts. You understand? But when I know say if they can't catch me where I write, they go long me. I must bribe for commode. Why you respect the courts? Why you respect Janab? And if he tell you, even for crisis, some people they be doing them, not be about the Anglophone grievances. It be Nadia anger. We wait in police and Janam don't do them over time. Then now they talk saying
a very important point. Very important point.
Yes.
Yeah, very important.
You meet people with they don't even be ideologically involved. Get conversation with them. They don't need care. They don't care about the grievances. The general one, the big one, whether it's the form of state, they don't bother. They go tell you, say, you know, a pregnant son girl, I give son girl belle, if papa be that girl, papa be that big man, they catch me long me for 2 years. For example. You understand? Or they just come, they born a house. You understand? I write a damn I pass. I not be fit. You understand? I get 25 points. I come out say or Baptist or Secretary or Bali. Person will be get 4 points on my class. I know if you go medical. I not sure say that person gets sense badly. I not be get any person for bribe. I don't get no man. I start drive my Okada. But that way ultimately they find I not be fit to anything. But now we ultimately don't spoil. And now I go tell this state to say that frustration on a permission me to be feel react. So you get to make sure say when things then they good, make people their rights they be respected.
Of course.
Because now that very people that when he bad, they go talk say no, but at least this state no, treat me well.
Exactly.
And a lot of them they do what they do because of the grievances, because of the way you treat them.
Exactly.
So to them, na payback time. Although me personally, I pray say make people forgive and forget. Because when you want to pay back the state, You pay back all people the way they stay,
including your mommy and your papa.
Everyone the way time way state be the treat you poorly, they be the sorry you.
Yes.
They be the pray for you. But when you decide for punish state, you punish everybody.
No, not true. And then, I mean, even it not just be because we get this discussion in Pidgin. Me, I go through something just last week. Where some boy be come my office, some bike driver can't drop it. So the boy run enter my office, say, problem there for us. I say, wait, he say, some police don't come for seize that bike. So I run come outside for no what did happen. So I meet up the boy E1 with the document for hand. He say he be nurse, but to make ends meet, he try for do this Okada driving. And he get all the documents in this. That police they just come, they seize a bike go them. He just read a name for the policeman. So we find out, we know say the police there for some special, for some unit. And I start wonder whether they want to be thief. When the police, I say the police not give you no document. They say no. So we start, he enter my motor, we start go around with this Okada driver. Stay, we go meet up some police station where the Okada they don't park for front. So I enter the police station. I say, but how? Now we park this Okada for you. Because we find and they run Tifam. So now, since he be there with me, the police they start defend themselves. They say, no, the problem no there with the Okada. Make the man just take and go. Say they beg me, man, don't make trouble and everything. I say, but it no be normal. Even if una want seize some money in motors or Okada, una get to give some document. Say now una, because what you wanna do if the boy be get a gun or knife, if of it choke some man for this, in active people them. Because I know if you can see something so big, go with them. Una no give nothing, una no give no excuse, and the man get all the documents them. So they beg, and as when they start beg for the about 10 other Okada drivers they say no, honorable, not true, that's so they do it. I say okay. Una no fit just give one Okada. Una give back all the other one. They be obliged to give everything back. But I just for show how the common man they suffer, and that suffer the entire Cameroon. Not be just, I mean, it be exponential for Northwest and Southwest because of the crisis. But you know, they like say that they just time people for this side, and you know, this happened inside Douala, and just last week.
It's not bad like for big common man for this country.
Terrible.
You don't get right.
Yes.
They fit do you anything anytime.
Yes.
But you see how you drive for road. That's the way they suffer people, the way they touch. They don't first make all people poor. So on top of poverty again, police, gendarme, they add. You understand? Suffer on top suffer. You will take small distance for come out whether na limbe or muteng in a rich boya. You the battle with bad roads. Gendarme and police and today battle.
You battle with bad roads, with bad motor because money no day for fix them.
Yes.
With high fuel prices, gendarme too can add the own, police add the own.
Then two day where they need to give you rest. So I don't know whether na state sponsored racketing where they do one for people.
No,
you understand?
Na state sponsored racketing.
Because they not fit pretend. Their boss they not fit pretend say they don't know where they go on. They know.
I get information say these people that even take some money come give them back for their boss them.
They are so it here. Because only for send you for road, not be
small thing. You pay money for roads. Yes.
You understand? So it be unfortunate. Now things in that way, the common man get to feel say it belong this country to that country but all we. Not be only for people who are big people. And that's some small things in that way. The people need, they get a sense of belonging for the country.
Exactly. And the point, one thing I want to add before we go to that sense of belonging, where you be absolutely right. Now say, now we own the country.
Yeah.
And the common man own the country. These people that they work for we, they not supposed to work against we. Yeah. And if we pay tax, may they pay police, may they pay gendarme. Now say may we be in security. But that security no day. The security they increase. Just of recent, the GI report say Cameroon are the 4th most dangerous country for Africa. That means say we don't ever be for this level. So they ask document for people left and right. You want come here go Bamenda, they don't ask you document like 20 times for road. but still insecurity they increase. Where they show say they need to do the work where they're supposed to do. So instead of go follow chief people there for village and for quarter, they for road they find the money.
Yeah,
I think that they get to charge
that's
them.
people for village and for quarter they need to give them money. So by the time you know, so they take us so they give change.
I know.
They give change. They give change. They give money. They give you change.
Yes.
So na bank, bank. They get their small on a microfinance. They get their small microfinance as they work as so they get their microfinance. But now because to say they don't, I don't know the kind of training where they give them. And now one of the things that way,
not the only training. The number one problem we would address them for the National Assembly every November. When I say we, SDF, let's say. Which way it happen? Now say Cameroon government decides say they go get very low salaries, and then they close their eyes on the remaining thing. So you see, for instance, just the same way that they lock their eye for which way police and gendarme they do, they extort people left and right, because all them they profit from the system. The same way too. For instance, just one small example: all government office get meeting room. But no government meeting they ever hold inside that meeting room. They must always go for hotel. Because they try to go for hotel for make more money. They must always do some kind thing the way it go make them make the benefit. And government know that one. That line for budget for Cameroon, that line na 900 and something billion. Let's say even the 1,000 billion, 1 trillion. Plenty money. That is at least 15% of the entire budget. They go now only into those things the way they give them money. So around the whole place, that the same thing. Look, even for hospital. Hospital too, there's other scandal. For hospital today, the people, the way that they work for government hospital, they get a share of which way you pay them for day. When they make them say, when patient go for government hospital, you can't see doctor see you, so he knows you get malaria. Say your entire problem, so 2,000 if he solve them. He go make you take 20 exam. He go bring you up, bring you down, take you left, take you right. Go to send you, may buy book, may buy this, may buy that. By the time you want come, when they say, okay, the thing where you get them, na malaria, when at 2,000 they solve them, you know that 2,000 don't even finish. And why did they do them so? Because the more money they enter inside hospital, the more money they get them at the end of the month, because part of that money, they divide them amongst themselves. So when you make a system where doctor, they get a very low salary, nurse, they get a very low salary, and they get to work money inside government premises for be able to pay their rent or for build their house, it not be normal.
But you see, I think to say some major problem too way we get with this country that we sense of patriotism.
Of course.
You know, we not really be patriotic. And unfortunately, the way they look patriotism, patriotism gets only come now for people from down. Love of the state. And love of the state means I say, no ever talk the bad way the people for up the one. So the most unpatriotic people then that put they for up. Where they chop money, they thief money, they spoil country. But they go tell you where you call small meeting for discuss about corruption. They'll tell you say you be unpatriotic. You know, you be threat to public peace and security. With that money where they chop them, then be threat to the nation.
Exactly.
The entire nation.
Exactly.
From south, west, north, and east. But you surely hold some small meeting for just discuss it. But also, we need to go back for a drawing board in terms of education. You know, they really get to teach picking them about love of the country. And love of the country get to entail things like corruption, you know, and not before spend time for the teach picking them how for the seeing how some jingle way some man are president. I think say that thing maybe for that 3 o'clock or 1 o'clock news. They get to stop that thing. Picking they get to know for aspire.
A very important point.
Yes, because when you want read news for 42 years, they think of one man in him. That picking they understand saying that man.
2025 is approaching and your voice matters. Visit your nearest ELECAM registration center to register to vote or to change your polling station if you have moved from where you initially registered. Don't let others decide your future. Your voter's card is your power for change. Register now.
That begin they understand say that man that man a shareholder for country. We not get to be so patriotism, like telling them say may they not thief, may they not invest money, but other things they say when they big may they not reek. Because you really talk about patriotism, but that picking there for house. It is see how the kind of things that you do and you bring money where you don't take up for road, you understand. 19 now when you ask the beginning, wait till the one do, they only look nothing for thief. You understand?
A very important point.
So we get to the position where the papa them and the big people them, they get to teach by example.
But if you just permit me for coming for you, because we don't work. It's a SDF. We get some small think tank. Since the time we have the vice president, still go on. We will work on what we would call and say national identity. Because one of the problems they will get them. Now say for create that patriotism, you first of all get to get national identity. That is, you get people that get to refer to which way they be. Because we already say if we ask 10 Cameroonians, they say what you mean for be Cameroonian, the 10 go give you 10 different answers. So I just want to say all which way you talk be absolutely right. Because which way they teach for school today, now say for be patriotic, now for like government.
Yes.
Now for respect government, now for be loyal to government. Major live and for so I no one call people their names. And nothing that we'll get to broke them and bring them back at the place of government. We'll get to put the country. And you know, one very important thing where I be talk sometimes I be there for World Bank meeting. I tell them, say una the measure the best way for measure patriotism and the best thing we una fit do for fight even against corruption. Now for build up patriotism. Because the best way for measure that patriotism now for know how corrupt the country be. Because you and me will not fit sell we parent their bed, may they sleep for floor, except we hate them. We not fit sell we own mattress, then sleep for mat. So when person chop money for medicine, where you get to cure Cameroonians, or when person chop money for some bridge where it goes on village, now because he know say he and all he picking and no go ever cross that water, so he no need that bridge. Because for his mindset, he know say that bridge then for some other place, we no get anything for do with it. So until these people that understand say that bridge now for your own country, and that country get to fine, you go see say they no go ever do so. And more so, most of the time you go see say when person embezzle money where be supposed to do bridge, he go contribute plenty money for a village development fund for build bridge for a village. That means he don't understand say that other bridge today for a village because he don't understand say every Cameroonian village na a village. And as long as we don't work that one, and you be absolutely right. When you want build national identity, once you agree on which direction to take, it is start for nursery school. It is start for nursery school, and you get to respect the flag. You don't get to respect the person in picture.
That's the whole thing. That
you get to respect all with 256 tribes. You don't get to respect 60 ministers. At the point that, and you get to walk them, and you, I mean, a very good point.
But how they go do respect? They need respect institutions. They respect the individual people. Then they way the strong pass, entire institution, and also. When you look where till they go, patriotism, how they picking the way and be patriotic, where they go see area where they stay nearly all man, when a big man come on for one village.
Exactly.
All man where the government come on for one village.
Exactly.
You understand? So they grow up no say tribalism.
And even when, because one very important point for Adam, I say even when now your village, it come on a one family. So no go accuse village, because even inside that village, you get 90% of the village where they suffer like you.
But and then the one problem they made that village make all man rally for maintain that people where they spoil country. So we get a long way. We get a long way, and then civic responsibility. You understand? We'll be very lawless people. If you see the way Okada they make for road. If you see having people where they don't big, where they go school, where they get big motor, they put their glass for down, throw away granite peelings for, so we get a long way. We really get to sit as you talk, look with self, ask and say, how will we make things better? You understand? You don't go people their office, big people their office of this country. governor, SUME, their office is very filthy. No man no care. Because in a government property, no man no care. That very people, their houses were clean. But their offices, I mean, you see, I think say the more you know about this country, the more I am afraid to say you hate. I know I use the word hate.
The more you go towards high blood.
Yes, yes. So people then I should say we will stay for region themselves. It better because when they see a lot of things like people that they stay for Yaoundé. You understand? Because the way the people that they stay, they oppress people then financially. You understand? It make young men they just, and that's why. So young men they learn now for what they do, what they see. Exactly. Now they think that some of they do things the way they do. Not be any justification, but not true. You understand? So we get a long way. We get to go back for roots, upbringing. You know how you fit train Peking, how your Peking fit know say you be custom officer or treasurer. Only the house you will stay, the motor you go drop you for school. When in the secondary school, you get to start ask questions for yourself. How much my papa feel make? No, and you get and one other way to go out of it is that it get to be disclosures that get to be public. We get to stop for the hide how much money people they make. You get to make them public, make all man know, saying that the kind of money this way this person they make. So when you see the person build 10-story building, you know say problem there. No, now be parliamentarian, you know, and you get to be president. Constitution, Article 66, if I don't make mistake.
The Article 66 is something else. And maybe I'll just use 2 minutes for explain them. The disclosure of assets for Article 66, provide may be public. It provide may disclose them. And may disclose them to a certain body. You feel disclose them to the fee decide right now. Mr. Bia no say if he start them, he know if he be president even tomorrow morning.
They do the private one.
No. Okay. Then the law never, the constitution get them. The law, how they call it, the law of application.
Yeah, they never sign them.
All this Jacobinism way you set out law, then
they never sign.
You need some other person for give out the decree for the law for be applicable. Now, one thing that we want for stop them immediately too, because be correct. Say Parliament take a decision, then now some civil servants then they decide on how they apply that decision. So why would first take that decision in the first place? Where would you represent the people of Cameroon? They represent now just government. Anyway, to come back to the point, I say that Article 66, now two different things, it must happen. And it must happen, say, all the people where they touch government money in one way or the other must disclose their assets when they start and when they finish, when they leave. Yes. So that when anything they will go see their assets. And they must not only declare their own assets, they must declare all the transactions the way they did in. And me, I even one may go further. Me, I be asked for Parliament, say for inside the standing orders for Parliament, they get to make which way they for some countries where I visit some country, I see the thing for day. I say this is the best thing we'll get to bring out for we. You get to give your disclosure of interests. So that when you take any position, you start with that disclosure of interest. That is when you be parliamentarian. If you day for Njangin 99, you must disclose say you day for Njangin 99, and I think this when Njangin 99 they do. You must disclose say you day for Fika Food as what they, and I think this way Fika Food they do. So that if anything come where it is talking about football, you be disclosed of it. That means they talk say no, you be MP, but you did to inside football, so you get interest. So if you want to take the floor, you first talk, say, play one stand, I don't disclose, I get interest for Fika Food, I think this what I do. But for time for vote, I know if you vote because it concern me. I should say something to do where you go find me, you do them. Like candidate person will want to be president. So as you run for this 2025 election, so declare your asset. It's a good thing. Because also, if you show people say, I know they only wait for come for power before I do this thing. This is me. These are my assets. This is what I have. You understand? Yes, not true say the law never make provision. The point where a very good idea will give me. And I'll go see with my campaign team whether we do them. Yes. The point where I want to raise them at that level, now say those assets normally in all the countries where they be done, they be disclosed for a body, not to the public. Okay, for various reasons of privacy and so on. Me, I no get problem, but for reasons of privacy and more so, they be disclosed for a body. For example, Supreme Court. For example, the administrative branch of the Supreme Court or whatever branch you wish there. And normally, when you disclose those assets, you need to disclose them at the end of your mandate so that they compare the two. Okay? And wait till that body they do. Now say, because for disclosed asset be very simple. Now one problem that I don't want to defend, I'll be 100% for declare. So don't get me wrong. But what I talk say, some person if he come now, he talk say he get now only this chair. Because all the other things them, he don't put up for a woman in him. And a woman don't get to disclose. And now why that you get to go through a body where you get the authority for go investigate what they around you. What other things that you do. What other activities that you do? How much you pay your picking their school fees and so. Because the point, not before know how much you spend. The point now for know whether the amount of money where you make them during your mandate, they permit you to get that increase of revenue at the end. 2025 is approaching and your voice matters. Visit your nearest ELECAM registration center to register to vote or to change your polling station if you have moved from where you initially registered. Don't let others decide your future. Your voter's card is your power for change. Register now.
You know, say the average person for society, you see, like when people say they want the tire politician, they know. Now because nobody said they're wrong. But the average person just want to know, say, perception are very important thing now.
I know.
The average person just want to say,
now why
this
that I
man
go
be
do am?
Now why that asset?
Now why that I go do am? I don't want, so make people then too they understand, say, they feel fool people them when they do them. Like one thing, but I go do them. If I get the okay from my team, I go do them. Then the second thing, why I explain them so? Because the most important thing for control, corruption and embezzlement, not be declaration of assets. At the point that one reason. Now disclosure of assets, where it be universal. For most countries, the way corruption, they close to zero. You go for computer, you say Agbor Balla. They say Agbor Balla last year, he make 100,000 the whole year, and he paid 20,000 tax. Okay? You go Joshua Osih. They say Joshua Osih the whole last year, he make 100,000, he paid 20,000 tax. Any person, you want date new boyfriend or new girlfriend, you go for computer, find out all things they do. Because your tax declarations, they be made public. Okay? And you get to disclose your assets in your tax declaration. Okay? So that everybody in position be known. You see? And they do them so in plenty countries, and it work. And that disclosure be much more important than the declaration of assets, because when you go for disclosure, you will see now wait till Joshua will see he picking the get, wait till Joshua will see his wife get, wait till Joshua will see his parents then get, wait till Joshua will see brother and sister then get, and you see the link between the transactions. Because me I fit thief money today, I can't get all for my friend, but I say keep them. Okay? Since you keep my money, you don't need for declare them. Me, I declare the money where I get them. That money no they inside, because effectively not true. That money they under your pillow. You see? So now the thing that we'll get to avoid that. So I just want to raise that point.
And that
say no be a final this thing way, because I know once or two way tomorrow, all man declare I say they say but they see thief. No. We need for make with disclosures them public. May all man get access to them.
Yes, man. Now a first step. For people who ever do them, they say a journey of 100 miles begins with the first step. So we go through a phase we know they correct. I mean, we know they straight. But gradually we'll get there.
I'll go do them.
So I'll take you on your word. Do them.
I'll go do them.
But you talk on it also link to we need a law on access to information. It'd be very important.
We'll get the law, but the law not be good.
We'll get a problem on that, because when people don't get access to information, wait till it happen. people they come up with all conspiracy theories. It don't even be in the interest of the state for we for not get a law on access to information. It'd be very difficult for get information for this country when you do some work or research or something. Nobody wants to talk because the man when I be the papa, he knows he talk plenty, so all man the fear for talk. But I think say if people will get access to information, it will help. And if he solve some of these problem when we in terms of asset declarations, you know, for and kind of people do follow up. Because the thing too I say that for people will build confidence or will get confidence in the state. So now the kind thing that because not be all man way there for public office don't thief money. Not be everybody. But because no man never declare and people don't get access to any information, people don't lose faith in the people where they govern with because they talk say they don't thief money. So it make the man for down to say, if that people them but they don't thief money, why me too and not thief my own? So it goes beyond just people declaring it. It helps to people to get confidence, and it helps people then where they get to enter into government, or where they get to go into parliament, or where they be interested in public office, for already know say this is what it's happening. This is what is going to happen. But if they not start up, it be difficult for you to expect the other people where they come for do any better. And we don't talk for years say this country now all country, or we like the country.
Of course, yeah.
So when they start doing so, it go help. And then even our country in the eyes of the international community and others, they go talk say where. Well, maybe how would you know the press on other country there? Who like maybe would they press with too?
It go start with the SDF in the next days. Thank you very much.
It will be a wonderful thing.
Thank you very much.
It will be a wonderful thing. And I go wait.
And I go make sure. Say may you carry the paternity for that gesture. I'll say ask Barrister Agbor Balla, ask him that in this what I don't do for the Cameroonian people.
That would be wonderful. Okay. And we go appreciate that.
Okay.
Because not be everything where politicians they do not a bad. They do wonderful things. You guys, when I do amazing job, when I help a lot, you know. Now, true say we ask for more, but we too get to help for support. And I think say it be incumbent on members of political parties, civil societies, and when you know they for appreciate political parties when they do good things, but also call them to order. It might not be calling them to order by insulting them. When you think say they need to do, you feel find a way for reach out to them. Some of your elected officers tell them say why, because the tendency that say when you bring something for some money attention in a very respectful manner, the person they take as serious than if you only go through insult. So now way to that way, we the public, you know, will feel help. You know, our political leaders and our political and those who govern us, if we help them to try to be better, because at the end of the day, when they be better, all we the benefit.
Exactly.
I think that constitution talk about we the people, all we go benefit if things.
No, thank you for that. That was a great input. I must admit, say I be a proponent on that declaration of assets. Yeah. I never thought of doing it as a campaign for tool, and thank you for putting that on the table. I'll go make sure I convince my team.
No, that talk to your team, and then so other thing today we I think say for leader like you, you run for election and you plan for govern this country. Now, I mean tribalism. Tribalism na some very primitive thing where they take people down. Tribalism is something where I don't know how people feel explain say you the give man job, you make man get into high institution of learning, you make man minister, you make man DO, only on one ground. Say you are come out the same tribe.
But that tribalism don't be institutionalized.
And for me, what's past racism? I don't argue and replace it. I'm telling you, I prefer a racist than a tribalist.
Or for put on the other way around, the same person way they complain about racism, be very tribal.
Yes, yes. But he own self, he look at a bigger world. You understand? Me, I look a small country like we. So man, we say race, these people then are two different. You understand? I look all the things. Okay, race, we have a shared humanity. Okay, which is bigger. Tribe, so the shared humanity is there already. But we have a shared territory, we have a shared patrimony, we have a shared country. You understand that we owe a duty for make sure say may this country go forward. When you see the number of ministers, DOs and governors, when they come out for some particular region, them like center, south, and east, you look at their population. If you compare them, let me speak like somebody from the Anglophone part of the country. You compare and wait till we get the kind of ministers, the quality, as they call them, say ministers them for sovereignty, where they really get budget, where they feel influence things. You know, we are lagging behind, and it make people the sense of patriotism. That's why people ask questions. And I'm coming back to the crisis because when you talk to some people, they tell you say they don't feel, not that the country has made them not to feel Cameroonian. The country don't make them. They know the see say they be Cameroonian,
and they don't get interest for being Cameroonian.
That's why if you look at the people where they crossed to Canada and Mexico for the last 3 years, 3/4 come out southwest and northwest. You understand? These are young people full of hope and life, but the way the country don't make them, they not fit do anything. They not get any hope. So when you come to power, you get to make sure, say, they talk about corruption, but tribalism, you know, it bring country down.
It bring it down, yeah.
Equally, get leaders or political appointees, maybe not people where they actually serve their people, where they reflect the wishes and aspirations of their people.
Of course.
And people wait, sometimes they feel disagree with you. Because it is like say, people want leaders say they want only deal with people where they agree with them. You understand? Because when you build that culture, you do as you make the people go work harder and you say they do better. Because you get people around you where if he tell you the truth, if he say, Chairman, Mr. President, this line of action not correct. But because say Oma one be the poster boy of the leader, Oma one be they in the good books, no man. And when you not tell you the thing way right, or they tell you the thing say you know like her, he gonna make decision on what you know, and then everybody will be affected. You see, and a big problem where me I think say we get them, you know, in this country where people they fear. But I'll still tell you.
I want maybe to take on that one. I want just maybe share with you Usawe SDFD, Usawe Ade, and Usawe would go. The first thing I say, well, that tribalism, for come backwards, that tribalism na cancer. And I think we will get to fight them with all energy. But we not only the symptoms of tribalism get to be fought, but we get to fight even the dispositions, the way they permit that tribalism for exist. 2025 is approaching and your voice matters. Visit your nearest LACAM registration center to register to vote or to change your polling station if you have moved from where you initially registered. Don't let others decide your future. Your voter's card is your power for change. Register now. And before I go that road, I just want to say one of the reasons why the tribalism don't become so important for the country, now because we don't lost sense with place where we come out with beginning. Time where I grow up as young student for CPC Bali, boarding school, they be teach we say by the time one start work, Africa go don't be one. with destination be in Africa. So something happened along the line where now we look backward. That is, instead for be a big body, we will stand a chance for compete with the world. We don't instead come back now, we look into villages. And now for that, everything happen. So now they need to appoint person for Cameroon again because he be brilliant, because he get good ideas. They appoint him because they need somebody from this village or from that village. So the whole meritocracy, the whole fact said people whether they merit, they be blocked because they come up for the wrong village. Nothing will get to stop. But for stop them the right way, we believe say we get to give power back to the people. And for give power back to the people, now wait. Now federalism. And when you because one of the problem where you see this all these young people then that they can't tell you whether they feel marginalized. Now because all power they inside one man hand. And we get to deconstruct that power. We need a new president where he go get the will and the energy and the political power for build down that structure. For make sure say all that power they down at the roots. And in a federal dispensation, because people they over talk about federalism, they go to geography. And they tell them say no be geography. Now money. Now Osih the money they how they spend them. Now federalism that. And a 3-tier federalism means say we put in place a system of subsidiarity. So everything they happen for local government area, where would call them council. Now for they everything get to happen. And only which way council no fit do them, they come up to the size of which way we call and say region. And only which way region no fit do them, they come up now for Yaoundé at the federal level. So 80% of which we will need go be done at the local level. So we no go need all those interventions them from the central state for begin appoint people. Because today what did happen? Primary school teacher, na Yaoundé. Nurse for hospital, na Yaoundé. Everything na Yaoundé. The police officer where you get out of your village, na Yaoundé. You get to stop. All those powers that get to be locally. And we get to put a federal equalization in place where they make sure say all these local governments they get enough money for the cater for the basic needs. Because when you get that system where it be a 3-tier that is local government, what we would call region today, and federal, it means say things like local hospital, primary, secondary schools, all those things the way we feed on a council level, they will be for day. We not get 360 universities, state universities, because each council not get university. Someone will talk, say, okay, things like university, things like the very big hospital, things like airport, things like all those things, now the regional level. When we need roads between two regions, when we need electricity, because electricity, every council not fit produce and be fit distribute them. So if we need for produce electricity, we'll go for a place where water plenty, we'll go for a place where sun plenty, we'll go for a place where wind plenty. Produce them, distribute them for all the other councils. But it not be normal today, my dear brother. Say things like water for drink, now come water for Yaoundé, they decide for the whole country. Those kind of things should be done at the council level, period. Kamwata, if we have a company, if we get a company like Kamwata, they fee the maximum where they feed do not just for regulate the sector, then can't test the water, whether the water is drinking water or not. Okay? I always tell this story, say, the thing while so taste on there, I go supermarket, I see director of Kamwata, they buy mineral water, they put inside a basket. I say, Papa, so you took a problem water. But it need work because it's centralized. So now one way that for come out of that tribalism, for make sure say this that it broke the central government. Because right now it get too many powers. And when we do them so, governor no be needed. I mean the appointed governor no be needed. The appointed SDO no be needed. The appointed DO no be needed. All those appointees them, they no be needed again. Because they will be grown and brought up inside their own administrative units. You see? So we'll come out of that. But of course, we need to get a constant fight against tribalism. Because with destination, we're on the same boat. And when one side of the boat, they leak, now the whole boat, they capsize. Yeah,
no, this thing about federalism now, something we did it did very dear to my heart. And I don't always advocate for federalism for this country. I think it will help the country in its entirety.
Of course.
And it will make, I think, Anglophones in particular, they feel a connection, a reconnection. The ones the way they feel say they don't disconnect. They go try to get some reconnection with the country.
Yes.
Because now a system where it go bring a lot of development. It go bring governance closer to them, you know. Unfortunately, we get a system where these regional houses or decentralization, where even the people that they did for Southwest and they don't really know what they do.
Of course.
Yeah.
But not be their fault. Huh?
Yes, because they struggle with the powers and the powers of the head of the region. So they don't really understand. So I think say when the Corona put in place a genuine, because at times also they put some kind of cosmetic decentralization or regionalization, where at the end of the day is doomed to fail, so that they get to still run for Yaoundé. Yaoundé, they determine computers. The computer they be sent up originals or Southwest. It be in French.
Yeah, maybe
because it be banner for us.
Maybe just to add, with decentralized system today, the real person where they can control council now SDO and DO.
Yeah.
Maybe even the mayor. Because
very
people they don't know, but any decision where mayor take them, he must go see mayor take he must go see DO or SDO according to which decision he take them.
Yeah, and they get some French way they describe them where it just shows how tyrannic, you know, how they call them chef there.
Yes.
Chief of the land. If I translate our pidgin, owner of the land, now they own them. So now people where they do.
So we get rid of all of that.
All kinds of things. Yeah.
And why that I say, well, even Enam will get to get rid of that, but that one is a whole different subject. But what you have Joan at for Yena say, for some who understand them, Mr. Bia and the people they try for pretend say, time where SDF ask for federalism, they give decentralization when are the same thing. No be the same thing.
No, not the same.
Federalism, they enshrine inside constitution. A president of the republic, no fish shake them. No government fish shake them until you change that constitution. And the disposition, the inside that constitution, where they guarantee equality, you know fish shake them. So you get to enshrine them inside constitution. I think that way we want. And today the decentralization, not just simple decree where prime minister decide. So if we give you something today, move them back tomorrow. Whereas when you go through a constitutional change where they bring in federalism, it means say each council area, each region as we know them today, if we stay with the same geography and the same organization, be fully empowered for your own development. And you don't get to wait for Yaoundé. You know, say every 1st of January, Yaoundé get to send it this amount of money. And if the more you produce inside your area, the more you'll get money for Adam, for which we don't give for try to get where you go to.
You talk about constitution, very important. That's something to that way. And when you talk about the smile, my heart is smile because I think saying one of the things in that way, you get to like chairman and presidential candidates, the constitution for this country, people will get to go back for drawing boards.
Of course.
They will get to get some constitutional conference.
Of course.
Where they go bring representatives of all shades of opinion and all the regions. They sit down and draw a constitution for the Cameroonian people. Because this 1996 constitution, when they amended about 2008, now constitution where they tailor-made them for suit CPDM and Mr. Bia. Not the constitution for Cameroon. We need a constitution for the Third Republic.
We have a tyrannic constitution that consecrates the dictatorship in which he has, because it gives all powers to one person.
Yes. Anybody waiting for the position where the president, they would have a constitution. He could do almost the same.
My brother, they tell people, they say, with this constitution, if we not change them, you put Barack Obama, president of Cameroon, it no go be, there's the same thing will happen for you.
So there is a need for a constitutional conference where we'll go back for the drawing board, address issues of the state, form of the state. We will not feel pretend whether not be today or tomorrow. If it be not before lifetime, this discussion on form of the state go get to come out and they go get to settle them.
And what you want to tell you, now say we entire 2025 campaign and political program be based on the form of the state.
Yeah.
And I did consider them as a pre-referendum.
Yes.
And which way would he propose? Now say, well, first point, now say 100 days to stop the violence in the Northwest and the Southwest. The second big proposal, now say we need 3 years to get to a constitutional transition. That is, during these 3 years, would he set up the constitutional council, if you can call it, or the constitutional bodies and everything. We set up that one, and I'd be very happy for see the way you own the issue. We may now say you be a key player for make it work, and thereafter we believe say we would go for a constitutional referendum. During that constitutional referendum, we'll do everything possible, make that form of the state be in the interest of the Cameroonian people. And so we'll get another 4 years now for implement all those changes, for make sure say they work before we end the mandate. So during the 7-year mandate, of course, we entire development plan, our socio-economic transformational measures that they go on, but within that period, we'll give ourselves a 3-year to put everything in place for a referendum to hold after 3 years, to change the form of the state and to implement what will follow thereafter. That's in that we will think, and I'll be very happy say you think and do so. We'll get a very long debate whether if we do them in 1 year, 6 months. We'll say, no, we'll give ourselves the time for make them right and make it be absolutely inclusive. Make it not be say tomorrow one person for Cameroon talk say if he gets some idea we will not listen to him.
Yes, and when when want to not forget to say the people need, and I'm speaking from an Anglophone perspective. Yes, I love this country. I'm a Cameroonian, but when I think like an Anglophone, there's a need for a rotational presidency in this country.
Okay, that's a very important
yes,
point.
the rotational presidency go address some of the imperfections. Then we probably the democracy is not perfect, not so. A rotational presidency go address some of these things. So the constitutional conference go decide how they go zone the country on the rotation, because this has
maybe because you talk about zoning the country, maybe you get to explain more what be your idea of rotational, because
so when I look at rotational presidency,
2025 is approaching and your voice matters. Visit your nearest LACAM registration center to register to vote or to change your polling station if you have moved from where you initially registered. Don't let others decide your future. Your voter's card is your power for change. Register now.
I don't want to be very selfish. I might just say, okay, historically, there were two people where they come together, Francophones and Anglophones. If you get a wide definition of who is an Anglophone, you understand. Where it means the presidency get to rotate between the two linguistic, the constitution clear now, it's a bicultural, bijural country. The only reason why it be bicultural and bijural,
because of
the Anglophones and Francophones. I know say people want to try for muddy the waters, for give other arguments, but constitutionally at least they know. So if it's okay, if the president is from former West Cameroon, the vice president should be from former East Cameroon. So they have to have a joint ticket. So it not be discretionary for some man for appoint una, do like how Mr. Biadi do, make Anglophones they feel say you do them a favor, for give them a prime minister, and then you make the Southwest and Northwest fight. Then every time they blackmail each other, una not do so because prime minister go for the other side. We cannot be at the beck and call of an individual.
Exactly.
It may be a constitutional provision where anybody knows say nasoide. They vote them on the same ticket. You understand? The functions of the president be clear. It go help a lot. And other guarantees also, not just about the rotation, other guarantees where it go make the minority then. Because like I talk initially, I mean, you agree, say, there are Anglophones who are disconnected. How do we reconnect them back? How will we bring them back? So, okay, may all we join Build a Nation. For they only expect them to be patriotic for Build Nation when the nation or they do something.
Exactly.
But equally also, equally also, you talk something where I really be happy. 100 days for solve the crisis.
The violence.
The violence.
Because the crisis itself is with that constitutional conference.
Yes.
The violence. Yeah.
But, you know, we get to learn, and I think saying that way we not go do, you know, they make peace with your friends. Ideally, you make peace now with your enemies.
Exactly.
You talk to the other people. We mean say the Ayuk Takem, Ayuk Tabe, the Sesekos, you know, the Fachufai, the Eyambes, the Tassangs, and the Chris Anos. One might not agree with all what they are doing. But for peace,
at least we agree that we have a problem.
Yes.
Yes.
We need to get into a conversation with them.
Of course.
Get into a discussion with them.
Of course.
Because my fear, for which they go on and say, there's seemingly kind of a peace. The other side thinks they have won or they are winning.
You cannot win against an idea.
They are not winning because they have defeated their ideology. They win because the people don't tire. And also they win because the leaders them for the other side too, they don't commit a lot of violence against their people. When you come to power, if you not find that lasting holistic solution, so other generation will come. Because one, they just need a charismatic leader. And then when he refocus the struggle in terms of not making it against the same Anglophones, they would win the minds and hearts of the people.
Of course, yeah.
Because government, in spite of all what government talks say don't do from 2017 to today, in my estimation, they have not done, they never do any fundamental changes.
But you know why too? On and above the fact say they don't do any fundamental changes. And I be absolutely right. Inside we mission for stop the violence inside 100 days. We no fit do them if we not talk to them. We no fit do them if we not take clear measures. We no fit do them if the people the way they no get blood for their hand, they no come out prison. They must come out. We must even make sure say when we talk to people, we'll not go talk for the inside prison.
Yes.
We'll move them for the place where they put them for some other place, secure them for the talk with them for the because not only so will come down for make and we need forgive an avenue because DDR don't fail. We need forgive an avenue for all that one the way they for Bush for come out. And we believe say we will succeed because we know the Northwest and Southwest like nobody else. But the point where we want race. Now, why this government, they under course? Because what way it happen, when this struggle starts, now say instead for fights inside their struggle for against the, I don't want to talk against the government of Cameroon, but instead for fight for their rights, they start the fight the SDF position. And what way happen? Now say the government get a blank political check for Northwest and Southwest. You see what will happen for 2018 and all the position the way they take out 2018. You see what will happen for 2020. For the first time in history, the CPDM get 100% of all positions for Northwest and Southwest, or nearly. You see? So it bring them in a position where government of Cameroon, where they go sit down for Geneva, sit down for UN, sit down with any other place. He said, but when they complain with it, the people of the Northwest and South, they send away a plebiscite. They kick out the opposition. They don't give it all the seats. Now results this. All the MPs them, now CPDM. Now, when even people that they come out, UN and so on, that they come here, they talk now to the very people when now MP them for the people where they try to fight against them. And so they do this thing, thinking say that they hurt we, because we be denied for take on the political struggle of a struggle when we will not start them. And people, they get to know, say, if your neighbor start fight, if they call you inside, you come now for separate fight. You know the enter fight for start fight with you, we don't know what will happen. Okay? So we take with position because we say Cameroon will love this country and the solution not be for split them. Now we position that But they punish now, we now for that position. And they don't make them say now, government believes say, all man for North and Southwest like that position. And now the problem, that way they get them.
Yes, no, that one a big problem where it don't happen. Yes.
It don't happen, but they still correct
yes.
them.
So something they will get to do. I think the whole idea is may they release people where they for jail, you understand. They feed them through a kind of a truth and reconciliation. You know, where people
we idea may I just cut you because when you said them, them they in front of you. So now we want
okay, yeah, so that we do a truth and reconciliation.
I think that will be planned for hold the truth and reconciliation would they call them summit? We no one call them exercise. But when it start as exercise, it take 20 years. One, bring together the people, make people then can talk. And make it be now that institution where we put them in place as soon as we take over government. Would we put them in place? One of the first roles them for that institution now for indicate that them they go decide say this and this and this prisoner no get nothing for do for prison. This and this and this prisoner go out of bounds inside the whole struggle. He start kidnap, he start kill people them. It be because you know the problem will get announced and say we'll get some people that were prison. We're in a common law prisoners, if I feel call it so. We're in a penal prisoners because they go do different things and then they hide under the struggle for being inside prison. So we'll get to separate those two for know who be who, but especially we'll get to talk to the leadership, and that leadership, as president of the Republic, Joshua Osih talk to that leadership inside prison. So they must come out of that place, be in a secure place. They get to be for secure place. You feel call them house arrest, you feel call them as you wish. It be happen so for early 1990s with Mandela, it be happened so for Colombia too. It happened so even for Mexico. You did talk with the people in a secure environment where for they you feel build. And that's where you talk. We need to talk to them because now we're friends. We need to talk to them because we want to solve a problem. And if we get the problem, I say we'll not be friends. Because if we be friends, we'll not forget that problem.
Yeah, so and equally also, I expect you like chairman, may SDF do, and this is a very honest thing. As the leading opposition party, especially a party that is grounded, party will be grounded in the regions. SDF get to, before they even come to power, SDF get to try for see how they fit bring Anglophone opinion leaders together and start talking the process already. Because I think, say, when you understand, say, the separatists, them, they helped in destroying the SDF, yes. And the things that I don't talk about a few of my other friends, even those in the separatism, my other Anglophones, like, we cannot start a struggle in 2016, 2017, caused by a party in power, and 7 years after, that party is the one speaking on our behalf.
Exactly.
That it defeats the whole purpose.
Exactly.
But you, SDF also, when I get to go back to the drawing board, for trying to win the minds and hearts of the people, and is to take your leadership that you've always been in control, and get some of these stakeholders and let them start talking. This podcast is good, wonderful idea. It's easier to get 20 people talking to them more than doing 20 different podcasts. And some people will not agree to do a podcast, not so. But you have to, because there is no way that we would sit and watch that because of the way those who have taken up arms, they bully with people they made enough vote, bully people made enough stand for elective posts. The CPDM, where they get their motor, them armored vehicles and their military, they go vote the same people when they put we for this situation, and then they can talk on our behalf. It is. It be unheard of.
And exactly which way they talk. I've been trying to say the worst part. Now say they don't empower the problem where they complain of. They don't give them the whole powers for talk on their behalf. And I think that we get to stop. But I want to thank you very much, because it's a very good idea that for put together the Anglophone leadership and have a discussion
Yes.
and have a conversation.
Yes.
And I'll come back to you
Yeah.
for help the party for Duam.
And then open, because a lot of some of the people, the way they did, where they did today, where they don't disconnect. Some of them, a lot of them were sympathizers of the party.
Of course.
They might have been disappointed or whatever.
Of course.
How do you open your doors for them? You know, you can open your doors generally for everybody, but you know, say some specific people then get their own needs where you get to be addressed. How you feel open your door for these people then when they come back into the house?
We'll work on that.
Because they need them. They need them for the critical mass. They need them for the numbers for the voting. You know, and
We'll go work on that one. We'll go work on that one.
nothing not bad for look at people too. Some of them way they might have become militant only in 2017, not in the SDF, but they just became militant. Some of them never knew anything. Now they don't be a bit politically aware. How that one then too, bring them into the party. Other elections are coming. How some of them transform themselves. They don't go through reformatory processes where some of them feel wrong. Some of the ideas and two way they don't get. They don't get a political education.
We don't work
in
on
doing
that
what they
one
have been
inside
doing.
the party.
Yeah, so it'll be helpful also for some of them, because we need them.
Of course.
We need them.
Of course.
And it's the beginning of the truth and reconciliation that internally already you are doing it, you know, so that when you get into the big office, it becomes easier. You would have.
I take it up.
Yeah, you would have have learned as you go along.
And I thank you again. You don't get two brilliant ideas inside the podcast. So you see, just for that, this podcast is worth everything. I'll just beg you enough, say, may be available for help the party, because you get a clean idea of what you want. Me, I get a clean idea of what you want to. We'll put the two things together. We'll talk with the rest of the party. We'll organize it. We'll move on. And the sooner, the better. Yeah, no, anything where I feel do for help. I mean, for the time being, I know they mean partisan politics. I know.
But it not stop the fact that I be Cameroonian. I want the development of this country. And I'm an Anglophone. Unapologetic. Where I think, say, whatever I feel do for make the people of the Southwest and the Northwest get back to where they were before 2017, I will do my best.
And even not only get back to where they were, better.
Better, yes. That's right. If you get better. So whatever man fi do, I know every other person will watch this podcast. There are lots of other people who might not have an opportunity to sit with you and have this conversation, but where they watch we, or where they go watch we, may them find their own way to contribute.
Exactly.
You understand?
No,
we'll not get to only the criticize. Yes. We must criticize, but we must also find a way for build. And we'll try to do constructive criticism. How can we contribute to make it better? To me, that's the thing, because it's the same thing, always complaining. Let us get up and this, we can find a solution. More do so. So that when it change, all we go appropriate the success.
Exactly.
Saying a collective thing, I be put down only one drop water for the cup. But at least that drop we put on, now make the teacup full way. Today we drink for a fountain when a peace day, justice day, love day, and economic vibrancy. Okay. Yeah. No, we'll work on that one. That's great. Great minds. You see, you are true to yourself. You are true to your people, and I thank you for that. And we'll go work and forget that. Thank you. Maybe just we still get time. So I don't really enjoy the podcast with my brother, and as well as see the reason why we get the podcast now for exchange, now for enter conversation, not before debate, not before ask question, get answer. But now for grow. And it don't bring plenty good ideas them on top of the table. And I don't be able to for tell you some of the things that we want to do. But one thing they will never tell you. That's a place where you should don't. He must, whether he like him or not, we will send that agenda the way you know like and go pick it for place where he, because he must be my Minister of State in charge of justice when we win. So I thank you all.